Assalamualaikum and a very good day. The title of presentation is Wow Digital Game to Improve Vocabulary Acquisition in English for Year 5 Pupils of Sekolah Kebangsaan Mantin Negeri Sembilan. Problems faced by the Year 5 pupils. These students or these pupils are ESL or EFL users. So they have problem with limited English vocabulary repertoire. So they can't remember the words even though they have been introduced to the word within a few days. So most of the teaching of English vocabulary is often practiced in school is according to conventional method, which is using memorization technique. They will remember the words and the meanings. Conventional teaching technique activities from the textbooks are not interesting and challenging. It causes the students to lose their interest in learning vocabulary, not motivated and have difficulties in comprehending reading materials effectively. This is an example of the students' activity. You can find that the students have difficulty in identifying the words as well as the spelling. What are the objectives of the project? To increase vocabulary acquisition among Year 5 pupils, encourage and improve motivation for self-directed learning, especially during COVID-19 lockdown, whereby the students are at home and they have to do their work individually. So they need to be self-directed learners. What is the platform being used? WordWall. Why WordWall? Because it's a free platform. It consists of a variety of games, user-friendly and attractive for primary school pupils. What is the name of the game? We call it Word of Words or WOW. What is the use of WOW? It is used as supplementary materials and extension for formal learning to encourage revision and self-directed learning. What is the content of WOW? WOW contains selected vocabulary from the Year 5 textbook. The vocabulary chosen are related to topics in 6 units of the textbook. There are altogether 15 units in the Year 5 textbooks. So 6 interesting and suitable units are selected for the development of WOW Digital Game. Who selected the units? The master students of psycholinguistics selected the units. So the vocabulary chosen are the selected ones, which are the concrete nouns. What are concrete nouns? Materials or objects which can be seen and touched. So each WOW game has pictures which are graphically drawn by the English teachers who are master students at the Faculty of Education. They enroll in psycholinguistic course, so it is a class project for that particular semester. So the WOW digital game contains vocabulary from the textbook which comply with the national syllabus, namely KSSR or the Primary School Standard Curriculum and documented in the Curriculum Assessment Standard Document, or we call it as the SKP. This is very important for the improvement of students' performance in classroom-based assessment or CBA. Implementation of the intervention. First, we identify problems in English language. That's when we discover the students' problem with regard to vocabulary repertoire. Next, we develop a WOW digital game by identifying vocabulary from selected textbook units and draw pictures of the selected words. After that, we designed the WOW digital game rubrics and we tested the rubric at a few government, private and international schools. This was conducted by the master students of psycholinguistic class. It is a class project. Next, the pupils learn the English language vocabulary for 1 unit over 4 to 5 days of formal classroom learning. All the pupils were given pretest. They answered the pretest. The pupils could access the WOW digital games on the WOW platform at their respective homes and they can do it over the weekends. And after they have done all the intervention, the pupils answer the post-test. And this is repeatedly done until all 6 units are completed. These are some of the links for Unit 1 and Unit 2. There are altogether 6 units.
There were 60 Year 5 pupils participating in the research. The research instruments used were a questionnaire to measure the level of people motivation in integrating WOW digital games in English language learning. The questionnaire contains 30 items and was reviewed and validated by excellent English language teachers and 2 senior lecturers from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Second, pre and post tests to record the pupils' scores in short vocabulary tests before and after the intervention. Lastly, field notes during classroom observations to compare differences in pupils' behavior and responses to vocabulary learnt before and after the intervention. As for the research procedure, before the implementation of the researchers obtained a letter of consent from the school principals and parents for pupils' participation in the research. Next, the implementation of the intervention using WOW digital games was carried out. After that, data collection using 3 different types of research instruments, which were questionnaire, pre and post test, and classroom observation skills, were used for collecting data. Lastly, data analysis was conducted to get the findings. The research findings from the questionnaire showed that people's level of motivation increased when they used WOW digital games. WOW digital games promote people's internal and external satisfaction, attract their attention, build relationship between learning content and style, build relationship between content and learning style, build confidence about success, and it enables people to develop their self-volition. The findings from the pre and post test showed a significant increment in the students' scores. The findings in the pre and post test showed significant differences in the mean. Generally, the post-test scores have shown significant increment after the intervention of WOW digital games. From the observation, pupils are more confident in answering the post-test questions. Compared to the pre-test, there was less discussion among friends or complaints of difficulty and frustrations in the post-test. And the pupils showed more positive attitude, appeared calmer, and more confident when answering the post-test.
The end. Thank you for listening.